We been waiting for the weekend. Yeah, you been working, I've been working, I've been thinking we can chop it up this evening. Now you can't even bring your girlfriends, only got the fit but they squeezing. As long as they don't mind chilling in the backseat, the backseat. I know we don't get out as much as we should.
Hello, my name is Sinke. Welcome to my channel. And today, pause. You want to see how I went from this to this? Yeah, baby, you see that? Yeah, work for the camera girl. Well, watch this video for a vlog, a tutorial, and a juicy get ready with me. Baby, get ready. I feel like, doing something different. Maybe a pandemic, but that's not going to stop us from what? From having fun, responsibility. See, she's supposed to be helping me out here. But yeah, I'm gonna, just talk with my friend Fatou in the background. We're at her apartment in Chicago, and you'll just be able to see a little bit about what we're doing. We're college students, getting our lives together, but also trying to enjoy our 20s, 2021, pandemic, I don't know. But we're gonna do it, so stay tuned. Okay, so I'm gonna start with a few things, but at the same time, it's boring just watching someone do their makeup. So I have my friend here, and we're just gonna talk.
I know, let's get to the talking. Can you start your makeup?
Yeah, I just gotta let the people know. I don't want y'all to be confused. But okay, so I'm gonna put on concealer first. The girls in the UK, they like to cake it on, and I'm not exactly like that, but I do admire their bravery with concealer. So I'm gonna start with that.
That's because they Facetune it later. They never post videos of themselves because they know they look crazy.
That's mean. I love the UK influencers, okay? But I'm gonna take a little note from their book and just start with concealer, put on some primer at the same time, and then put foundation, and then do my conceal routine as well on top of that. Sounds convoluted, it's really not. Okay, so I put on my concealer, and I feel like some people call this like a color correcting step, but I don't own any of the color corrector colors.
Are you gonna put foundation on after?
Yeah, I just put that. Yeah, so I put this on first, so like you can't see the super dark spots. Like I put on the darkest dark spots, so like the acne scars, the dark circles, I don't have a mustache, okay y'all, but you want to have an anti-mustache, so you want to take extra preventative measures to make sure it doesn't look like you have a mustache. So that's what I'm doing. I'm putting it on the darkest areas of my face that I want to be a little lighter. Okay, so on to the story. What's the topic of conversation?
Tell us your life story in a minute and 30 seconds. Should I put a timer?
You should start. Well, I guess I should start, right? And then you're gonna go next?
Starting now.
Okay, so yeah, my name is Sinke. I'm from Chicago. Hey, don't judge me if I look crazy right now. I'm from Chicago, born and raised, South Side. And I've lived here my entire life. All the schools that I've gone to have basically been within 15 minutes drive from each other. I go to University of Chicago now. I'm in my final year of undergrad. I'm a public policy major, so ready to graduate. And after graduation, I'm kind of a free spirit, I would love to just live my life, but because of societal obligations, I am forced to get a job. So I'm thinking of really, impacting the world in a positive way through advocacy, Hopefully, I can start at a law firm or a think tank or whatever, but I would love to move to DC and really get my life started. And one interesting fact about me is that I've traveled to 3 different continents, but I've never been to New York City or LA. That's crazy, isn't it? But yeah. How about you, Fatou? How about you?
That was exactly 1 minute 30.
See, anyway.
Stand up for this, but obviously my name is Fatou. I'm from New York, born and raised in New York City, also attend the University of Chicago, 4th year, pop major as well. Passionate about like criminal justice reform and I think in New York. What I like to do, I love to eat, I love to party. I like to dance, sorry. I'm African, I'm Malian American. So that's a big part of who I am. Yeah. That's about it. Also, I have a shopping addiction, which means I just have too much clothes. If you see what's on the floor right now, you'd run away. So that's my story.
Spending an addiction 100 on shoes. What gonna say? Yeah, Fatou really does have a shopping addiction, but this is the thing. She loves to blow a bag, but she really knows how to make a bag at the same time. Ultimate hustler.
I feel like that was some shade. We'll let it go.
But yeah, as you can see, me and her have a lot of similarities. We met. How exactly did we meet? I mean, we obviously
Black woman bread event, and then you approached me, and I was like, "Who is this?"
Girl, you do not understand. I thought you were gonna mention the trek to Alabama. I was gonna get mad because I'm like, girl, I knew you before then. Yeah. But yes, our freshman year of college. What was it? 2017. Oh, I should I'm gonna plug a picture of what we was looking like in 2017, okay? But our freshman year of college, or first year as we like to say at U Chicago, like I'm from Chicago. It's a shame, but I'm the only person from my high school who came to this prestigious university. You know, we'll talk about the politics of that later. But I came with basically no friends. And when I got invited to this event for black girls at like different colleges around Chicago, and black girls who are professional, or black women who are professionals in academia and all of these other things. I was like so excited to go. And then I showed up and like it was raining, so I had to walk to the bus. My hair looked crazy, like child, like my hair looked crazy. It looked so bad. And then I didn't know what to wear, so I wore this dress I wasn't a fan of and a blazer, I think. It was just, and I got on a bus, and I had my little Android at the time, and I was just like, let me plug in my earbuds and just listen to my music until we get there, because I don't know anybody on this bus. I'm so scared.
Wait, we took a bus to get there?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, and I was just sitting by myself on the bus. And then, I don't know what happened. How did we start talking? We got there.
I was at the bar trying to get a drink.
She don't drink. She's talking about...
The thing is, the guy gave me, I was like, he's like, I showed him my wrist because obviously we had the like under 21 thing. But he still gave me an alcoholic drink.
Are you serious?
Like, no, I actually want one without alcohol. And then you came up and then you're like, oh, are you Fatou? And I was like, why does someone know my name? And then we started talking, and then we sat next to each other, and then you were pescatarian, or you are pescatarian.
Yeah, I am pescatarian.
And I was vegetarian at the time, so I was like, oh, that's cool. I was.
At the time. Not anymore. But yeah, I don't remember approaching you at all, but I probably knew your name because of all the, black chats and stuff, like, group me before we came here.
I did not, you didn't talk in any of them, I don't think.
No, because people was embarrassing themselves. I'm like, I'm not gonna embarrass myself on this thing. So I guess I felt like I kind of knew of people But I don't know. I was trying to go on my way to make friends, but also I was still like that shy person. I am a shy person. So like, yeah, we started talking. I think we were the only first years at the whole event, and because we didn't eat meat, they gave us a vegetarian dish, and
You hated it, but I didn't mind it.
It was so nasty. I think it was like
that's what I distinctly remember about that night. You coming up to me and then you hating the food.
It was like couscous inside of a damn bell pepper.
You never had that stuffed bell pepper?
With boo-boo sauce drizzled on it. It was so nasty. And I'm pescatarian. I'm not a damn rabbit. Like, I don't want this rabbit food. So I was like,
peppers are really good.
They are when they're stuffed with good ingredients. So yeah, I was just like, that's really what I remember. It was the rain, my hair being messed up, the outfit, and the food. I feel like, for some reason, I feel like we met before that, but maybe not officially. So then,
officially, you were stalking me?
No, I didn't have Instagram back then either. Like, I had Android, I didn't have Instagram. Only thing I really had was Snapchat. Like, that was my real, and I guess Facebook a little bit. So I didn't really know much about what was going on.
We didn't actually start hanging out until much later, I feel like.
Yeah, because that was,
we didn't hang out at
when
all.
was that? It was like October of 2017. It wasn't until like spring break of that school year. So like
we
March.
lived in different houses, and I was there, but I did not see you. I'm sorry.
I saw you at parties. Why are you lying on my name? But she knew how to dance, and I would just stand around like, I don't know how to dance, literally. Like, she knew all the dances, all the songs. Sad to say, before I came to U Chicago, I had never listened to any Afrobeat, any Caribbean.
No, but you knew the black songs, and I really didn't.
Kinda.
It took like 3 years for me to learn Chief Keef.
I'm from Chicago, but sad to say as well, I didn't really listen to Chief Keef either. That's why people just really doubt that I'm from Chicago. I guess they think I'm.
Yeah, they ask like 3 questions. You know, Chief Keef or G Herbo. They ask if you can WAP, and then they just talk about guns and are you.
No, that's a lie. Guns.
Okay,
well, that's stereotypical. Chief Keef and G Herbo, yeah, I didn't listen to them before coming to Chicago. And then, what was the other question you said?
Can you WAP?
Can I WAP? No, my friends can. I cannot. And then the last question, that's stereotypical.
I'm saying all these questions are stereotypical. It's like what they know of Chicago.
Sad, yeah. I mean, the first 2 aren't bad. The last one is kind of sad. Yeah, that was one of my first experiences being at U Chicago. Was people asking me, "Oh, did you hear gunshots when you went to sleep at night?" I'm like, no. Occasionally. No, but seriously, like, I really feel like the violence, I mean, of course, it's a real problem here, but it's a problem in a lot of places. Like, I'm not trying to minimize the impact of death and destruction and
but
just
like, it's super bad in Chicago. The only thing is, because we live on a college campus and Hyde Park is like very different from all the surrounding neighborhoods, we don't feel it as much. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, these kids are just, particularly the non-melanated ones, they're just so weird about that. Like, they really, I mean, you chose to come here. You chose to reap the benefits of this historically, I mean, it's a college, but it's in a historically black neighborhood. Like, you're taking more than you're really giving. So, like, I really don't care to hear what they have to say. Like, the complaints are just not necessary, in my opinion. But at the same time, like, it's just offensive, really, when people say that. But anyways, back to the real topic of the conversation, which is the history of our friendship, I guess. Huh? I think we covered everything.
That's like the first year.
We didn't talk about spring break.
Yeah, spring break. Okay, so we got accepted to this trek. Our school hosts treks to different parts of the country, different parts of the world even, for professional development. And us as public policy majors, we're interested in civil rights. So I hosted a civil rights trek to Alabama and Atlanta. And it was like a whole week, all expense paid. They paid for our flights, our hotel, our food. It was an amazing, well, did they pay for our food? No.
They did pay for our food.
Yeah.
We got reimbursed.
Yeah, we got reimbursed for food. It was honestly an amazing, amazing.
Really? You liked it that much?
It was an amazing opportunity. I really did. And I learned a lot.
It was middle of nowhere, Alabama, bro.
Okay, yeah, but we weren't really there to woohoo, have fun. It's not that I've never had a fun spring break. I've always had like productive spring break. So, I think they fulfilled their promise. I'm supposed to do my eyebrows now. But they fulfilled their promise, which was to, let us learn about civil rights, and we just had a great time. We went to Montgomery, Alabama, and Birmingham. Not the one in the UK, but the one down south. And it was amazing. And that's where we really got close because, again, like one of the few black people on the trip, first year students, both public policy. And we just learned a lot about each other. I kept going on and on about my terrible boyfriend at the time.
You didn't know he was terrible at the time. You were so in love, just talking about him every time.
Well, he was like my first.
Texting me.
He was my first real boyfriend, right?
And you were showing me texts and doing a whole lot of extra stuff, and I was like, okay.
Okay, how about you? How about your?
I did not talk about him once.
She was in a long distance relationship in college. Talk about strength and grit. Who does that? Who does that? Who does that? I don't understand. But
it made life easier for me.
Yeah, because he was so terrible. But
no, it made life easier for me because then I wasn't involved and I wasn't on the market. I didn't participate in the market in college.
There's not really a market here to begin with.
Literally.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Can you imagine coming here and then only having...
So I did my eyebrows off camera. They're not completely done because I probably go back in and just clean them up a little bit more. But, I'm naturally eyebrowless. So I have to do something. But back to what we were saying.
It's really funny.
I mean, I am. But anyways, back to what we were saying, like, about the trek and where we were at that point in our lives. Yeah, we're really realizing that, if you're a black woman at U Chicago, dating market isn't that great. So sometimes you have to outsource her face. Sometimes you have to outsource. Sometimes you got to come to college with a boyfriend. Sometimes you got to reach back to high school in your pocket.
I wasn't thinking that far in advance.
Well, she thought she did a good job actually. As much as I wanna say, oh, it's lame to come to college with a boyfriend. If you're coming to this college without a boyfriend,
good luck.
So, yeah, back to the trek. I thought it was amazing. And we got real close on that trek, and we went to a few off the path things together. We went to a lot of restaurants together.
I still think about that pie from Cantina.
Where was it? Was it Montgomery or Birmingham? Montgomery?
It was the first spot. So Birmingham. I still look at Cantina menus, and the ones in Chicago do not have it. But basically, they got a sizzling pan, the ones that when you push it on and
Wait, we have a snap of that, right? I'm gonna insert that into this.
You still have a snap?
Yeah, this is so good. Yeah.
Sizzling pan, and then they put bourbon on it, and then while that's sizzling, they put apple pie smack dab on top of that shit, so the thing is heating up, and then they put cinnamon ice cream on top. I don't think I've ever had a dessert that good in my life.
I know. It was so good. We had to go back
the next
twice.
Day,
we went back.
We went back the second day. It wasn't even for dinner. It was just, hi, can I get
that dessert, please, now? It was so good. I'm can y'all ship that out to Chicago? Actually, that would be amazing. Was that the highlight of the trip, really, for me? I think it was one of them. But another highlight of the trip was, what was it? Was it the MLK Museum?
I liked hearing from EJI.
Oh, yeah, because she's really interested in that.
Yeah,
Brian
really
Stevenson.
I tell everyone this. I'm going to have his children. He doesn't know it yet.
Don't say that on camera. Please, don't say that. He's like 50 something.
I do not care. He's literally the love of my life. Like, I don't think there's anyone else.
What she means to say is she really admires him.
No, like, I concocted a plan. I'm going to go to NYU Law, and I'm going to make him fall in love with me. It's that simple.
So, with that being said, she really loves that organization and the work they do. Honestly, I just learned so much on that trip. I really love the Southern Law Poverty Center.
That as well.
All the work that's being done is amazing. And Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, those are states that really, really struggle with these issues. It's just like, if you want to do good work, great place to go. But if you want to have like a social life, sad to say, it's not much of one. But
I mean, that's because we're city folk and we can't imagine.
We are city folk.
As elsewhere. But people who live there obviously have fun.
I mean, my friend Amaya, she's in Paris right now. She born and raised in Birmingham. She left the second she could. So a lot of people are kind of fed up with it. A lot of people I've heard not outsource, but a lot of people go to Atlanta. Hey, I don't blame y'all. Atlanta is popping. But yeah, that's really how we met, was on that amazing trek. And then from there, we just like kept up with each other over the summer. She went back to New York, right? Yeah, she went back to New York. What was your internship that summer?
I worked at the Manhattan Borough President's Office. That was a really good internship. Like, I did a lot, and it was related to closing Rikers Island. There was a task force created for it. So I worked with the jail, did work with that. It directly related to like what I want to do for the rest of my life and my thesis right now. So
that's perfect. And yeah, in that summer, I got my first, real internship. I was a community organizing intern for Chicago United for Equity.
Oh, that was your first summer out?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was just an amazing experience. I got to learn a lot more about Chicago. I was working, around racial equity and education and other fields. And specifically, we worked against a school closing in South Loop, Chicago. And basically, the outcome was that the school didn't get closed, which is amazing, because if it had, or if the plan that the city wanted to happen, if that went through, basically a lot of like low-income students of color would have been displaced and forced to go to another school. So it was just an amazing opportunity. Learned so much more about my city, got a lot more connected, and I just think it was a great way to start off my, real working life. It just catapulted into a whole bunch of other things, in my opinion. And it just really helped me further explore what I want to do in the future. I mean, I'm still a Rolling Stone. I'm still very open to a lot of things, but that really got me into like advocacy and, community betterment and all of those good things. So this summer, if I have to say, was pretty productive for both of us. And then we came back second year, and what happened? Oh, you know what? That Clio law thing happened. That was like pretty early on. And at that event, Fatou convinced me to make an Instagram account.
You gave me that caption that like catapulted me into who I am now.
What caption?
Yes, I'm that bitch.
I said that? I can't believe it, because I'm very like conservative. But okay, so I just put on, oh no, I broke the thing. I just put on my second round of concealer. Like I said, the UK girls know how to do it right. I use, what is it called? LA Girl Pro Concealer in Waquilla. in the brown color. No, in the fawn color. Honestly, I'm not a makeup person, honestly. So, yeah, I use Clinique foundation like year round. I use the same concealer year round. I mean, with this year, I was indoors so much, I never really got a tan or got lighter or darker or whatever. I was basically the same color, but I use the Clinique Stay Matte foundation in Ginger 23. 23 is my favorite number, BTW. So fits me perfectly. I hope so. That'd be crazy if I was going for like Kylie Jenner, you know, my face orange and my neck white. But anyway, well, we don't pay for anything, you know.
Technically, some donors paying for our education. Right
yeah,
now,
we're. I guess we should have mentioned that earlier, but we're on scholarship, so we don't pay anything to go to the school.
I don't think we need to mention that earlier. You think it makes us who we are?
I think it's very admirable. Not that like it's need-based. Well, I guess. I just think it's really admirable that we're graduating college without debt.
Yeah, you should have said we're on a full ride and we. Oh, but we got it differently. Oh, okay, yeah. I forgot.
Anyway, so second year, what was the biggest thing that happened second year?
Oh, is that what you're talking about?
I don't know. That's the first thing that came to mind. Me was and you was.
That was the end of the year, though.
Oh, you know what we did that year? We went to Valentine's Day dinner.
Oh, that was super cute.
Oh, insert pictures from the Valentine's Day dinner. We looked so good. So good. We went with like probably like 7 other girls. It was an amazing time. We went to the club afterwards. We didn't have no IDs. A lot of people didn't have IDs, but they still let us in. And it was just a really fun night. But what else did we do that year in general? What did I do that spring break? Oh, that spring break I went on a trek again. I don't have fun spring breaks. I went on a trek to DC to learn more about like politics and job careers and policy and advocacy. Okay. So we're back. So yeah, I put on contour. I don't know how it's coming out on this flash, whatever, but it's gonna come together, so don't worry about it. And so I did my contour, and then I'm gonna do some foundation. Not foundation. See, I haven't eaten in so long. My brain is scrambled like eggs. But I'm gonna use this Juvia's Place palette to do some eyeshadow.
Oh, you're putting eyeshadow on too?
Yeah, but you know, I don't do like purple and crazy colors. I'm very neutral.
I counted. I have 6 palettes, but I don't even be putting eyeshadow on like that. So I don't even know why I have 6 eyeshadow.
I use the eyeshadows for my eyebrows sometimes, for eyeshadow, and then for like blush and contour sometimes.
Yeah, but when I told you I use eyeshadow for blush, you looked at me like I was fucking crazy.
Ooh. Hey. Don't judge me for my past actions. We both decided to move up. Well, she already decided long before me, but I was in the market for a new apartment the whole time. And then also we both applied to study abroad for our 3rd year as well. So we had a lot of upcoming plans after 2nd year. We had our stuff together. We really did.
3rd year?
2nd year. Preparing for 3rd year.
2nd year was a mess. Those classes we took.
Oh, terrible.
Traumatized. Like I'm still
terrible.
Traumatized to this day. That was like the most econ heavy year for me.
Same.
And I regretted my major every single day.
Same. Exactly. But we made it through.
Did we?
We did. I say this all the time. I can't be the dumbest person to have gone through Chicago, my major. There's no way I'm the most incompetent. Because
on the exams, you would be around average.
Yeah, so I'm like,
So there's people
if
that are like really like.
If incompetent people can do it, then I sure can do it myself. Summer, what do we do summer after second year? What did you do?
You did all of it already.
No, we didn't.
The second year.
That's what it said.
Internship.
Where?
Traveling to Mali every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Summer after second year was really good. My internship was amazing. It was here in Chicago. Best summer. Literally being in Chicago was amazing.
Yeah, it's funny because that's the summer that she decided to stay in Chicago and I decided to leave Chicago. We haven't spent a summer together really ever. But she stayed in Chicago. I left for DC. And I just had a great time in DC. Socially, the internship was pretty fine. I think it really helped my personal development in terms of working in an office every day, like steady 9 to 5. Like my first internship wasn't really like that. It was more, we're out in the field a lot and every day is different. This internship was more like, you know, it was more like, you know, in the office on the computer. But I really learned a lot our third year of college.
First semester wasn't bad.
First quarter?
First quarter wasn't bad.
Oh, actually, it was pretty fun, actually, because we both had our own apartments. We hung out a lot. We went to a lot of parties on campus, off campus.
Yeah, because people, I usually, like some of my friends were studying abroad, so I think we spent more time together.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty fun. We went to a lot of events because, you know, when you move off campus, you don't got the, you know, you don't have the meal plan anymore. So we had to either...
You were going to a lot of food events.
Yeah, you had to finesse food or die because it was ridiculous. I was hungry all the time. Like, I'm not a big cooker. I don't really like going to the grocery store. So I was like...
I was cooking a lot.
She was, and she was good about it too. Like, she would make enough.
Yeah, I was the queen of leftovers, bro. I had enough leftovers for like keep me good for like a whole week.
Me on the other hand,
supplemented obviously with the free meals. But.
Yeah, me on the other hand, I was like, okay, I go to the grocery store, I'll get some like salmon because you don't eat meat, and then I'll get some like bread, and then I'll get a bag of apples and some cheese. And then I was like, okay, and then maybe a drink, something to drink. But then the salmon and the bread and the cheese ran out pretty quickly. So I was like, okay. So then I would bring like an apple for breakfast and for lunch or whatever. Because I'm not trying to spend too much money. And then I would just hope there's a lunch event or dinner event on campus that day. But I used to be in class, my stomach used to be like grumbling. It was kind of embarrassing. I won't lie. But we had classes together then as well, and then it was a fun time. But then I went off to Barcelona to study abroad in the winter of 2020, right before the world stopped. So from January to early March, I was in Spain. I was across the pond. It was amazing.
A lot of fun that quarter.
She had a lot of fun with people that quarter. She was going to clubs and stuff. But I was in Barcelona just living it up, and I visited Paris and Amsterdam at the same time. And I heard, like, I visited my friend Amaya in Paris. It was an amazing time, but that was the first time. It was January it was the weekend before Kobe Bryant died. Yeah, like I think I got back on that Sunday. I think he died that day. But like that's also when I first heard of the coronavirus. They're like strange, mysterious disease or virus in China. Yeah, and and I was like, me and Amaya, we were getting ready, and I was like, what are they talking about? Oh, it's in China. That's kind of far away. I've been to China. We've both been to China before, but I was like, Oh, there's a lot of viruses that come out, and you think, oh, it's just going to be contained to that country, or it's not going to be as easily transmissible, so it's not really posing a threat to you, blah, blah, blah. But, like, I do distinctly remember hearing about it and be like, oh, that's a little scary. That sounds a little scary. But I wasn't, like, concerned because it was still, like, 1,000 miles away at that point.
Everyone just started talking about it out of nowhere, and I'm like...
But when? What month was that? Because...
When you heard about it when? January?
January.
Oh, wow. No, I didn't. Everyone was talking about it, like, early March.
Yeah, that's when it really exploded. Because, like, the week I was in Barcelona from January 5th to, like, March 8th or something around that, like, early March. The week that I flew back to the U.S., that's when everything shut down. Like, school shut down, just everything shut down. It was crazy. I came back to Chicago, and I was like, oh my gosh, I came back to the States at the perfect time. But what happened to you? Were they canceled?
The face you made, I was like, what's so sad?
Anyway, so I get back to Chicago. I know the pandemic is coming. I know lockdown is coming. We all know lockdown is coming. What happened? Her stuff got canceled. Explain.
I was supposed to be going to Barcelona and study abroad, but all my tickets, already bought tickets for some like weekend trips, had those planned out, and school sent an email saying everything was canceled. And then they sent another email saying everyone get the fuck off campus. So it was like mayhem.
And you're supposed to go
And this was
Portugal as well.
Finals.
Yeah, you're supposed to go to Portugal as well.
Oh yeah, Portugal for spring break. I had another trek fully paid for. They're gonna pay for food as well. We had already bought like a cruise for day one.
And sadly, it got canceled. That's what I was like. I came back at the right time. I feel bad for everyone else because, especially graduating people, because a lot of people's plans got canceled. Yeah, so I like to do eyeliner. It's not always consistent. It's not always the same, but I just love doing eyeliner. It makes me, it gives me like a different like look to my face. But that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, so yeah, we knew the world was shutting down. So we decided to take advantage of that and hang out one last time before things just were never the same again. Like, that's the last time I think I really went out without a mask.
I didn't savor that day. I feel like it went by too quickly.
Yeah.
Had I known it would almost be a year later and we're still living this nightmare.
That's what I knew. I feel like I think I had an inkling that this was gonna last a while. So I was like, let me at least try to have fun one last time before whatever. But because this is what we did. We had matching outfits, insert picture here. And like we wore these outfits from Pretty Little Thing. And we were so cute, all dressed up. And everybody was like, where'd y'all come from? And we were like, what do we say? We had to lie. Because we were like, why are y'all so dressed up? What do we say? We came from a dinner, like a birthday dinner. Yeah. And people were taking pictures of us. Creeps were coming up to her. Like, I love chocolate. They didn't say that. But they might as well have said that, honestly.
I've never gotten that comment before. Like, Nubian queen type shit.
You haven't?
Or maybe I just don't remember.
So, yeah, we had a really good time. She had her little Shirley Temple. I had my alcoholic drink.
No, I did not have a Shirley Temple. I had a lemonade, a mango lemonade that only cost like $3.
It was so good, wasn't it?
It was so good.
Yeah, I was like, damn, I should have ordered that. Okay, so, like I said, I'm not a makeup expert. I just do what I can with what God has given me naturally. So, I don't want to hear the comments. But, anyways, so then we went on lockdown. Fatou, she went back to New York. I went back home into, like, my home, my childhood home. So, we both got subletters for our apartments. And then, the summer, we both had internships as well. What did you do for the summer?
Not even worth mentioning. It was just bad. I think Zoom just made everything worse.
It did.
I just had no will to do any of the work.
Sadly. After a little dinner break, I was hungry. So yeah, I'm gonna basically finish off this look. I put on highlighter. I'm just gonna put on some eyeliner, and then this. I'm gonna do like an ombre effect. I've seen it. The UK girls do it so much, and they're just so good at it. Like the ombre lip with the lip gloss over top. It's so cute. So that's what I'm doing. I'm kind of far away from a mirror, so I don't even know exactly like what I'm looking at. But okay, so I know it looks crazy, but kind of like blot it out, and then I put on a lip, like a nudish pinkish color. Which is kind of pointless, because then you're gonna just put on a mask. So like the lip gloss doesn't really matter, but hey, whatever. So speaking of masks, we were getting tired of being landlocked indoors all summer. So after our internships ended,
You can just tell we're like low energy now. We took like a 2-hour long break.
we decided to go to Vegas against a lot of people's wishes.
But they were haters, and we had a time of our lives, and all they can do was watch our stories. So
Yeah, we had a good time. We looked so good the whole trip. Fatou, she vlogged it. And then, really, what was the highlight of the trip for you? One highlight.
let me remember. That time, so Storytime, it was our first night. It was a Thursday. We got in Thursday, we left Sunday. So Thursday, my dumbass decided to wear heels during the day. She brought like really uncomfortable sandals. So we were like walking. Like, you don't think you'd be walking a lot in Vegas, but one, it was hot, and two, the hotels are all so big that like walking from one hotel to another took 10 minutes. So we just did a lot of walking that day. So by the end of the day, we were exhausted. After dinner, I caught the itis. I needed to sleep. So we decided, okay, we're gonna sleep for like 10 minutes, and then we're gonna dip and go to the casinos, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we did that at what time did we come back from dinner?
We probably came back around 9, maybe.
Okay. We came back from dinner around 9. And next thing you know, it was 3 a.m. in the morning.
Not 3 a.m., 2:30?
It was like 3 in the morning.
Yeah, we were like,
So
okay.
I woke up. She was knocked out. I woke up and I sat and I was like, what's wrong with that?
Grandma's in Vegas.
Literally, it took me like 10 minutes to get you up. And then when we got up, I was just like, should we still go out? And they were like, okay, Vegas doesn't sleep, so we're just gonna see. That was the best night because I won. We both only put out $40.
Yeah, $20 or $40.
And then we won. Like we came home with like 150, 200, which was more than we left with.
Yeah.
So
well, I didn't.
good.
All of mine wasn't earned. Someone handed me a $100 bill, but she earned hers.
And that was my first time like gambling and doing anything. And then we got back to the hotel like 6:30. I was super giddy. It was a good first night.
That was like liquid crack, honestly. Like. Going out that night. Because if we would have stayed in and then just woke up early in the morning,
it wouldn't have been the same. Now I know why people like literally gamble away their whole fortune. Like it's really fun and addicting. And you never know when to stop.
Yeah.
But then the second night was when I won the most money. I came home like $300, $400, almost $400. And I wanted to do that video of just me throwing around the cash, but I lost it all the very next day. So
I lost money too. I was like, Fatou, can I borrow $20? Can you just give me 20 extra? We both lost our money. It was my
can laugh about it now, but in
It
the moment, we were like crying.
Yes, it was so terrible. She didn't know when to stop though. The next day, literally her flight is like in a few hours, and she was like, "Okay, I just gotta get my money back."
I was so sad.
So I'm gonna get my money back and then I'm gonna leave. Girl, why you go to the ATM?
That was just.
It was funny. Well, I will say the highlight of Vegas for me was seeing Young Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen a BBL in real life or like noticed one, but she was just in a bad mood because. No, that's what the security guard told us. She wasn't in a good mood.
About what?
I think either they lost a lot of money that weekend or because she had issues with him and, you know, they ended up breaking up like less than a few weeks later.
Yeah, they did. But like, only reason I noticed her was because number one, she had her mask on. But before I saw her, I saw the Birkin bag. It was like a hot pink Birkin, and I was like, who's carrying a Birkin? And where were we? Aria? Yeah, that's like the best Vegas hotel. And I was like, who's carrying a Birkin? So I looked up at the Birkin holder. And I was like, oh my God, that's Young Miami.
I was like, no way.
She was like, no, it's not. I'm like, yes, it is. So like, they were getting stacks of money because they're headed, her and her dude, what's his name? They were headed to get some more money, and like they were getting stacks. But I could tell because he had all those tattoos. Her butt was like...
I couldn't tell that was her.
And
she
then
did
her
have
height.
a mask on though. But she did have a mask on.
Did she?
She did. That's why I was like, that's not her. But she turned around, I saw the ass, so I was like, okay.
I think her
maybe
mask
it is.
was off though. For real. That's the only reason that I was confident with her. Because the mask was off. Because a lot of people have Birkins or fake Birkins, but not a lot of people got that face and then walking around with that man. And then they had security guards as well, like the big beefy dudes. So I was like, oh, that has to be her. Who the hell else could it be? So I was like, damn, we gotta say hi. We can't just let this opportunity pass. First I was like,
Literally, I was like,
I was like, we got to.
I was in slides. I was like,
We had just won some money, so I think we was hyped up a little bit. Because you remember we were playing roulette at Daria? We just won some money.
no, we didn't.
We did win money. Roulette, because it had hit the green 0-0. Child, we can't remember. Anyway.
So many hotels, so many
hotels.
things.
But I saw Young Miami. I was like, we have to say hi. So we started talking to the security guard. And he was like, oh, she's not in a good mood. Like she said, lost money. I'm like, I thought he said she doesn't look good right now. I didn't hear him say good mood. So I was like, what do you mean? She looks so beautiful always.
There.
Anyways, so then they started walking away with the money. I was like, we have to say something. So I was like, we followed them for a while. It was kind of getting ridiculous.
I know, and then you just ran up. And
I was like,
oh my
because
God.
they're getting too far away. I was like, hi, can I just get a picture? I'm a big fan. And then Fatou with the information. I told her to be right there so we could take a picture. But she was like, yeah, of course. And then I was gonna hand her phone to her guy, but he was looking like. So she was like, oh, let's just take a selfie. I was like, okay, cool.
No, she was like, oh, that'll take too long. Let's just do a selfie.
Yeah. So I was like, okay. So I was getting my regular camera out because it's a selfie. Like, I take selfies with my regular camera sometimes. She's like, no. Do you got Instagram or Snapchat? Let's do a filter. I'm okay. I mean, she's so pretty naturally. Her teeth were perfect. I was like, you don't need a filter, but whatever you want, love. So we took a little thing, inserted it here. We took a picture and a video.
I was just hella awkward in it.
Yeah, I was trying to say, oh, Fatou, get next to me or get next to her so you're in the selfie booth. You were behind us. You were behind us.
I don't even think she noticed that I was there. It's cool. That's why I never posted it, because I just look awkward AF.
I was trying to get her in the thing. I don't know. But also, you know, with celebrities, the more time you spend, the more attraction. You're bringing more people around because, like, obviously people are like, oh wait, who is that? What are they doing? Wait, is that a celebrity? And they don't like that. Like, if you're just quick with it and discreet, that's fine. But if you're taking a long time and you don't get your shit together, then they're just gonna call it off. So I was like just trying to be quick. But I think more people started to notice them after we left. Honestly, after we got the selfie, I just said thanks, bye, and then just walked away. Like, I didn't do too much. But that was the highlight for me, was meeting in Miami. She's so cool. So then, yeah, Vegas was a great time, and then we left. Oh, another thing about Vegas is we just got catcalled so much. It was crazy.
Yeah. Like, we live in cities, New York, Chicago, like, we're used to it, but Vegas was, like, 3 times as much. Like, I was like, oh my god.
It was ridiculous. They were like, oh, I need to see your face. Pull your mask down. Remember that?
No.
They did that. Yeah, so they were like, oh.
The worst was when they were calling on numbers, like we were prostitutes.
It was like, oh, 5, 10. I'm like, what?
They did not go for 10. He was like 2 at first.
2 what? 200?
Basically 200. Can you imagine?
Child.
$200.
Child, you can't even put a number on this. But I was just like, oh, because we got mistaken for prostitutes as well the first night when we won all that money. Remember, that was our last casino. That's when we were like, oh, we got to stop. We just have to go home first.
Oh, yeah, I remember. And we just didn't go to a table because we didn't find one cheap enough, or it was just like everyone was. No, a guy came up.
Yeah, and it was like they all kind of came up at the same time. And they were like, oh, y'all working?
Oh, yeah. And did he apologize?
Because we looked at each other, we were like, working? We said it so loud at the same time. We were like, working? And they were like, oh. I was just, no, sorry. And then we're like, okay, it's time to go home.
It's time to go home because that is scary.
I know. At least he didn't do too much. Like, oh, really? Okay. Like, at least he didn't do all that. They apologized. But yeah, so Vegas was a great time. Then we came back home. She went to Dubai later on. The school year started. It was fine. Like, 4th year, our last year of college, we were just pretty much over it, weren't we?
I don't remember. Damn, we're already a quarter in.
Okay, so she's off brushing her teeth, and we're about to leave. So this is the final look. I hope I don't look too crazy, but it took a while. It's inspired by the UK girls. You know, they know how to keep it simple with the outfits, but do the most with the face. No, but seriously, we're about to go head out to 3 Dots and a Dash, just downtown Chicago, and you know, just tee up a little bit. It's a pandemic, but we're gonna have fun responsibly and wear a mask. So yeah, I'll see you then. Okay, so we're at 3 Dots and a Dash.
Wrong
But
entrance.
we went the wrong way. It's really pretty out here though. Like a lot of lights. And it's not cold. She's wearing all white.
Literally
Church
all
ready.
white.
Church ready. I'm wearing my, I don't know, I look like mafia boss. I don't know. But yeah, let's get inside, hopefully. Okay, so we made it inside, but it's not that cute. So adorable.
But look at this.
Yeah, so this is our food. It's kind of funny to be vlogging at the same time. But yeah, this is our food. Thumbnail.